Hi everyone, it's Captain Magpie's YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing play previews part 1. Now, if you are returning Captain Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, how I do this, I go through each of the players' numbers and we'll see how we go. But most importantly, I'll give you guys a rating out of 10 that I thought would be for last season as well. Now we've got Ed Allen, Aiden Begg, Josh Darcy Cameron, Josh Carmichael, and of course Mason Cox. So we'll start off with Ed Allen. I thought his VFL form was great last year. I thought, it was an 8 out of 10, considering how well he did perform. He's 194 centimetres, 84 kilos, 19 years of age, and was picked 19 in the 2022 National Draft. So, one thing that we will say with that is that he's got a chance to really contribute to how he wants to play. So if he can just get the... I reckon he will play some part in the AFL, but I think he'll spend more time in the VFL and then gradually form will get him over the line, you think. So I think he can play 1 or 2 games, and I think if he can average about 7 or 10 disposals per game, I reckon he might show something. But he definitely will be interesting as well, considering that he mainly spent more time in the VFL. So I do think that could be it, the way that we see him. But obviously watching him train, he's done a really great job as well. So I'm absolutely loving this as well. Aiden Begg, who is 197 centimetres, 99 kilos, and 21 years of age, and pick 18 in the 2021. I think it was the rookie draft, or definitely in the draft as well. Now, as we know, he didn't play any games. He played 3 games in 2022, but he played all of it in the VFL. And I think, to be honest, I think it's a 7.5 out of 10. I reckon he's been so good in the ruck, he can definitely be the goal kicker as well. I do think that it is great to see what will come out of it as well, because he's the one that you can definitely see him getting a few games. He's been trialled as a ruckman, as a key defender as well. I think he's a ruckman. I don't think he'll play much defence. I think he might play 1 or 2 games. If there is an injury, I think he will play 1 or 2 games, but I think he'll spend more time in the VFL just to develop his game as well. And he could be the next backup ruckman for Mason Cox or Darcy Cameron whenever they go down. But having said that too, I think he's been great. So I do think that we are looking at how he's going to perform and really look to shine as well. Now, Darcy Cameron. Now, we know he played really well last year. 204 centimetres, 193 kilos, 28 years of age. Picked 48 in 2016 National Draft as well. And considering that you look at, he played 19 games, and I think he might have been injured. But his hit-outs per game were 25.8, 13.1 disposals per game. Kicked 5 goals as well, don't forget that. Did miss some shots as well. I think it was an 8 out of 10 for him, considering that how well he did do. I don't think he played much VFL, but I do think that he can really lift for us and really start to perform at a level where he can feel comfortable. I want him to average about 27 hit-outs per game. And I want to see him having 4 or 5 marks per game as well. He can push forward and kick goals. He just needs to be a little bit more accurately in front of goal. Sometimes he misses shots that he shouldn't have missed, and he can spray him. So I do think that he needs to really lift up his game. I think he needs to get his disposals to about the same. But I do think that that's going to be the key to our success with Darcy Cameron, and really look forward to it as well. So I do think that was an 8 out of 10. But we're definitely seeing what he can do. Now, Josh Carmichael was a medium forward. He played one game last year, and he only had 2 disposals and 1 tackle. I want to see him play more. I want to see him play about four games. I think this is his year where he needs to start shining. We know he's 190 centimetres, 88 kilos, 24 years of age, pick 9 in 2022 draft, mid-season it was. So I do think that we need to make sure that we play him. He's been playing well in the VFL. I think it was a 7.5 out of 10. I think at times he did struggle a little bit, but I do think he does need to perform as well. And for me, I think that's the way that we need to go about it as well. So I definitely do think, that's where I do think with him that he needs to start performing and playing really well as well. Now, Mason Cox, what a play he has been. He played 19 games. He played a few games in the VFL as well, and thought he did really good out of that. But he did play 19 games and kick 17 goals, 8.2 disposals per game. Definitely 3.6 marks per game, and tackling is elite too. 17.1 hit-outs per game as well. I think he's got one more year left in him. 211 centimetres, 110 kilos, 30 years of age. So he's the same age as me. But I do think that it was an 8.5 out of 10 because I thought he was great in moments in big games where he just performed. So I think he needs to play probably roughly 20 games. 15, 20 games isn't going to matter too much. I think the hit-outs could be 20 hit-outs per game. If he can get that, it will be a huge bonus. It doesn't matter if he doesn't or not, because don't forget, it could be his body might slow down, so we don't know for sure. But I do think with Mason Cox, if he can elevate his game and kick 20 goals per season, and look, the only time he kicked 25 goals for us back in 2018, so if he can kick 20, that's 3 more goals compared to last year, and that was probably his 3rd best season as well. So I do think he needs to lift his game slightly a little bit, probably be as a number 1 ruck. He might be number 2 ruck, but if he can just share the ruck load and really push forward and kick a few goals, I definitely do think that he's got that in him as well. So Collingwood fans, let me know what you think. Like, comment, share and subscribe. I know he did play a few games in the VFL and did push for selection. But until next time, bye for now.